Hello, this is an introduction to the course strategy document. Every course strategy document or every process document starts with the foundation name at the top with our logo. It says the team, the project, and what phase in the process this document is addressing. This table is used for approval of a document. Stakeholders have the final approval. PMs might want to approve if the team has a project manager. All the instructional designers need to indicate that they are ready to accept the document as it is, and do that all by a date entered here. We have a purpose statement for each document. We have quality criteria, or should have it, for every document. You should use this to determine whether your contribution is constructive or correct. This how to use section describes the learning components. I'll give you more on that later. As we scroll down, we find the table for learning strategies. There is a section for each module, and within each module a section for each concept. Every concept begins with a title and then an aha, which you'll learn what that aha is. Each component has at least a slider header and slider detail text. Okay. Of course, after the introduction of a module or the course, each concept has a list of components that could be even longer than this. We have a default list of as many components as we think might be useful, but you'll be looking through this and determining which of these you would keep and which ones you would delete. So for example, sometimes a concept doesn't need a multimedia component. Just about everything needs an HTML text, some imagery. I'd say everything needs these things, every concept. Some concepts, for example, a summary, course summary is not going to necessarily need multimedia, probably isn't going to need multimedia and activity. So not everything's going to be needed. Sometimes you're going to say we need two activity components. In that case, it's going to be a submission from a learner and a evaluation, peer evaluation activity. This is something we use a lot. It's very effective. The first module of every course, by the way, is very structured. So they all have this very brief introduction. They all have this involved second concept addressing the question, why do I need this course? And they all give a heads up on what's to come in the course. Beyond that, continuing modules or preceding modules are basically the same. Let's skip down to one that doesn't have anything entered in. So I actually put in the title for this particular course, but this is one of the things that would be blank and you'll need to fill in the module title. You certainly need to put in the name of the instructional designer working this concept, or this module, I mean, and their name should be put in the color of text that you want to enter your content. So for example, if this purple was the color of the person entering data in for each category, they would do it, and their name would be in this hot pink or whatever, and their entries would be in that. These blue highlights, that's just suggestion or guidance information for you to help you understand what goes there. You'll replace these things and put in the actual header. For example, if this was, this is the course introduction, the header for this is going to be the title, module introduction. The header for this is going to be identity acquisition. Very interesting subject. Okay. So this pattern continues. Always simply 2 for introductions. By the way, that may change as we decide to maybe put more content in for introduction. But for now, it's just these 2 things. Then each concept will have this potential list of components. You'll be identifying which ones you're going to keep and which ones you're going to remove. You replace this highlight with your header, your proposed header, your detail text, and guidance here. By the way, we're actually going to enter in content as far as what's the header going to be and what the detail text is going to be, but that's the extent of where we tell people in this what exactly is going to be in the course, because this is going to be about giving them guidance, not telling them how to do their storyboarding.